Hello, I am Nalini R, Assistant Professor of Computer Science Department, GFGC KR Bangalore North University. I am a participant of online short-term course organized from 23rd August 2022 to 29th August 2022 by UGC Human Resource Development Center of Gujarat University, Ahmedabad. I am going to deliver my presentation on transmission media. The transmission medium can be broadly defined as anything that can carry information from source to the destination. In telecommunication, transmission media can be divided into two broad categories. One is guided and unguided. Guided media include twisted pair cable, coaxial cable, and fiber optic cable. Unguided media is a free space. This figure indicates the types of the transmission media. The guided media. The guided media, which are those that provide an conduit from one device to the another device, include twisted pair cable, coaxial cable, and fiber optic cable. A signal traveling along any of these media is directed and contained by the physical limits of the medium. Twisted pair and coaxial cable use metallic or copper conductors that accepts and transport signals in the form of electric current. Optical fiber is a cable that accepts and transports signals in the form of light. Twisted pair cable. A twisted pair consists of two conductors, normally copper, each with its own plastic insulation twisted together as shown in this figure. One of the wires is used to carry signal to the receiver and the other is used only as the ground reference. The receiver uses the difference between the two. In addition to the signal sent by the sender, one of the wire interference, that is noise and crosstalk, may affect both wires and create unwanted signals. Unshielded versus shielded twisted pair. The most important common twisted pair cable used in the communication is referred as the unshielded twisted pair UTP. IBM has also produced a version of twisted pair cable for its user called shielded twisted pair STP. STP cable has the metal foil and braided mesh covering that encases each pair of insulated conductors. Although metal casing improves the quality of cable by preventing the penetration of noise or crosstalks, it is bulkier and it is more expensive. Applications. The twisted pair cables are used in telephone lines to provide voice and data channels. The local loop, that the line that connects subscribers to the channel's telephone office, commonly consists of unshielded twisted pair cables. The DSL lines that are used by the telephone companies are provide high data rate connections also uses the high bandwidth capability of unshielded twisted pair cables. Unguided media, that is wireless. Unguided media transports electromagnetic waves without using any physical conductor. This type of communication is often referred to as in wireless communication, and in this signals are normally broadcast to the free space and thus are available to anyone who has the device capable of receiving it. The unguided signal can travel from source to the destination in several ways, like ground propagation, sky propagation, and line of sight propagation. In the ground propagation, radio waves travels to the lowest portion of the atmosphere, that is hugging the earth. In the sky propagation, high frequency radio waves radiates upwards in the ionosphere where they can reflect back to the earth. In the line of sight propagation, very high frequency signals are transmitted in straight lines directly from antenna to antenna. We can we can divide wireless transmission into three broad categories. One is radio waves, microwaves, and infrared waves. This is how the wireless transmission there are that is broadly classified into three types: radio waves, microwaves, and infrared waves. The types of the twisted pair. There are two types of twisted pairs are there: unshielded twisted pair and shielded twisted pair. The most commonly twisted pair used in the communication are unshielded twisted pair. IBM also produced a version of twisted pair cable for its use and called shielded twisted pair. This shielded twisted pair has metal fuel that is covering and encasing a pair of insulated copper, and it is very bulkier and more expensive. Coaxial cable are the guided media that carries the signal of higher frequency range compared to twisted pair cable. The frequency range of coaxial cable is 100 kHz to 500 MHz. Coaxial cable are also called coax. It contains one central copper wire that is covered with a plastic insulator called a dielectric. Optical fiber. An optical fiber cable is made up of glass or plastic and transmit the signals in the form of light. And optical fiber offers higher bandwidth, and optical fibers are thin, lighter in weight and small in size. There is no crosstalk problem in the optical fibers. Wireless transmission media. So this is already we have discussed about the three radio waves and microwaves and the infrared waves. Unidirectional antenna. In the microwaves needs unidirectional antenna that sends out the signals in one direction. There are two types of antennas are used for the microwave communication. Parabolic dish and the home. The applications of microwaves are due to unidirectional property, a very useful unicast communication is needed in between the sender and the receiver. They are used in cellular phones, satellite networks and wireless LANs. So this is about my session. I, Nalini R, thank UGC Human Resource Development Center of Gujarat University, Ahmedabad for providing me opportunity to join online short-term course. Thank you.